Okay, welcome everybody. This is Sheri Kaplan checking in from sunny South Florida. It is 74. Oh, a little cool today. That's nice. A little jacket weather. Today, I'm going to be educating you about how to create your own Airbnb profile so that way you can get hired as a travel experience host on the Airbnb platform. I am a travel experience host with Airbnb I've been doing it as a home rental since 2015, meaning I've been renting my room on the platform. And then when they started offering experiences, I submitted my profile and I got approved. And I'm going to educate you today about what the profile is and what they're looking for and what the people see and how you can make it better. This will take about an hour and a half. Try to hold the questions till the end so I can just stay in my flow and keep going. If you want, you can raise your hand and I know that you have a question, or write it down. Since it's just me and you, I did expect more people. I had a bunch of tickets sold, but when they're free, people don't take things seriously. But that's their issue, because this is a way that you can start a business. There was a point I was making about $500 a week on the platform. That's $2,000 a month. That's a salary for somebody. Okay, so I was getting quite busy, and I was really busy before COVID, and then when COVID finally opened up again, I got slammed again because they were just coming out of the woodworks. So I will show you the platform. I'll start with what it looks like from the outside, and then we'll work our way in, and then I'll teach you how to fill it out. And by the end of the class, you will be able to complete your own profile for submission, or you can hire me to do it. I have it do it for you offering, and you can also hire me after the class to look it over for you, to look and see what's right or wrong and what can be done better, especially the description and the bio. So once again, I'm Sheri Kaplan. I'm also known as a revitalizer. I help remove physical and emotional pain by removing energetic blockages. I use many varieties of tools in my healing practice, such as sound healing, Reiki, access consciousness bars, Tesla healing, crystals, pyramids, essential oils, and I also use intuitive transformational coaching before my session. So it's quite an experience, and it's a channeled session, and it's very beautiful thing. Watching people change and get off the table and be happy and smiling and feel in their power and confident again. So I help balance the chakras, clear the energy field, and realign you so that people can step into their power and their purpose and find their inner peace. So that is what I do for an experience. I literally took my business and I brought it to them. So Airbnb keeps 20% of the booking fees. And then you get paid the day after the experience. So say my experience was today at 3 o'clock, it doesn't get put into my account until 3 o'clock tomorrow. And it gets put into, I asked for it to get deposited into my PayPal account. So that's an option. You can also have it put onto a card if you want. And it is taxable. They give you a W-2 as well, and you're responsible for paying your taxes. I have all the income that I get is going into my business. It's not personal, it's business income, because this is part of my business. For those who are not familiar with the Airbnb platform, let me just give you an idea what it is. It's basically, years ago, they found a concept where they were renting out rooms and bedrooms in people's houses. And people started renting all over the world. You can rent a castle, you can rent a boat, you can rent a yurt, you could rent a teepee, you can rent a tree house, you can rent a whole condo, you can rent a mansion, you can rent a room. Whatever your budget is or whatever your desire is. So these people that are traveling are looking for things to do when they get there. Either they have to, how do you find the best local thing to do? So Airbnb decided they're going to find the best local thing to do to help entertain their guests while they're traveling. So it's going to be more of a all-in-one experience. So it's a service, and Airbnb say, you know what, I'll help promote these people and we'll keep a cutback, and it's a win-win. So they created this great concept, and it's really easy to navigate. And I got pretty good at editing it, setting it up. I could do it with my eyes closed at this point. But it's a little extra money for me. It even happens the same day. Like, say sometimes I wake up in the morning, 8:30, I look at my phone and somebody booked me overnight, and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get to work. I didn't plan on a client, but somebody booked overnight, and I have a 3-hour window. So if I have nothing going on, I keep myself open. Either I block it out, right, or I put myself in there. And next thing you know, people are coming to your place. You always need to communicate with them also in between. That's another problem with Airbnb, is they don't allow communication outside the platform. They want you to do all communication in the platform. So that way people do not book on the outside and they don't get their kick. So I'm going to bring you on to screen share, and I'm going to start showing you the platform. Hold on. I thought I already had it open. Hold on one second. Let me open it. Okay, there it is. I'm also going to hide my view. That way we can just watch this for a little while and you don't have to look at me. First, I'm going to blur my background and video setting. Hide self view. Okay. And also with you, speaker. Do you see me? Do you see me?
Yes.
I thought I hid myself. Okay, speaker view. All right, let's just bring up the shared screen and let's get started. And if you want, you can hide your video if you don't want to see your face for the next hour. I don't mind. Okay. But if you have a question or something, either put your hand up or put your camera back on, and then I know that you have a question for me as I'm talking. Okay, so let's get going. When you come on to Airbnb, and there's going to be options of either home rentals or experiences. Now, the biggest problem with finding something on an Airbnb is finding the experiences. You have to click on this right under here. And here's your option of experiences and online experiences. So we have stays, experiences, and online experiences. It took me the longest time to find it. It's really hard, and that's one issue that I have with them. But once you click on that, stays, experience, or other online, now we have to search where and when and how many guests. So I'm going to do a search. You can search by, anywhere: flexible, Caribbean, Colombia, Europe, Dominican, South America. I'm going to do destination. I already know where I'm going to go. So I'm going to just say Hollywood, Florida. And I'm going to say check-in dates. Let's say today. Let's say somebody wanted to come for a something like as a couple today. Oops, we want to do experiences. There we go. Experiences, Hollywood, Florida. Guest would be one guest, and search. And there I am right there. So that's Hollywood, Florida. This is my specific area. So on your computer right now, why don't you type in where you live and then put today's date and see what comes up, so you can see who your competition is. On the right side of the screen, it shows you exactly the location. So you see, here's mine right here. that little, lotus flower represents wellness. And if you click on that, there's my experience right there. So when people are staying somewhere, they can quickly check to see what's the closest one to them. Unfortunately, I get a lot of people that are staying in South Beach down here, and they book something all the way up here, and they find out how long of a drive. Sometimes they'll take an hour in the taxi in rush hour to get from South Beach all the way up here to past Hollywood up to Dania Beach. It literally is about a 30-minute drive, but when you're in a taxi, you do rush hour, it's double time. And a lot of times they run late, and it's a pretty big expense. A lot of people do Uber and Lyft me when they're traveling, and that's a lot of money to go back and forth. So think about how much money these people are here on vacation. They want to spend money. They want to have memories. They want to have a good time. I had a girl who was in town for not even 24 hours. She came to drop off a dog. She went on an Airbnb experience, and she found me. And then she went right back to the airport. And I'm like, I feel privileged that she took that time out of her busy day to go all the way from Miami, all the way up to here to Dania Beach. And then she had to go way back down to Miami again to the airport. So if you look here, these are the things that they're offering in person. A lot of South Florida has to do with water sports, but now they're getting kind of creative. Here, Little Havana Rituals, that sounds fun. That's different. As you can see also how many reviews. This one has over 1,000 reviews, and it starts at $45 a person, and it's for 2 hours. So take a look in the parentheses, tells you how many reviews and how many stars they have, how popular they are, and how much it costs. There's an airplane flight, $148 a person. That sounds a great thing to do when you're on vacation. I would definitely do that. They started doing fun things like painting, batik or candle making. More hands-on creative things are being offered now. Here's even a photo shoot. People like photo shoots because, when you're on vacation, you want someone to take pictures of you, and you could be the best photographer for them. Simple as that. Jet skis, a lot of jet skis. And here's a recording experience. I wonder if this is my friend's recording studio. I told him he needed to do this. Miami. No, it doesn't look like him. I need to send this to my friend. Hold on one quick second. I have a friend who has a recording studio, and this would be a great idea for him so he can see it finished. Eric. Where'd I go? Where'd my screen go? There it is. I'm going to just save that. You can always hit that little heart for save. Oh, I don't want to do that now. No, don't. Let's go back here. Okay, here comes the cat. So up on top, people can only search by categories. You cannot search for specific things such as Reiki or sound healing or meditation. Unfortunately, it's all categorized. So you can either search by price point, you can search by language, you can search by the time of day. Then you start having categories: art and culture, entertainment, food, drink, sports, tours, sightseeing, wellness. That's it. That's not a lot. So most likely, as we were talking, maybe you would be under the wellness category, which is this. Unbelievable. There's got to be more wellness people. Let's see if we go up. So there I am under wellness, but if you click on art and culture, this is what they consider the art and culture section. Oh, I'm still on there. Great. Now it's about Instagrammable photo shoots. Well, that's a whole new language in this, which is working. People want that. That's real easy. And look what they're charging per person. That's great. Entertainment. I don't want to do Miami. I want to do like more like Fort Lauderdale. Where'd you say you were from? Daytona Beach or Daytona?
Yeah, I'm in the Daytona Beach area.
Daytona. Okay, let's search Daytona Beach. And let's do it for this weekend, and let's do a search for one guest. Okay. What? No, let's, oh, maybe it's, oh, because of the wellness. Okay. Remove all filters. Let's just see what's going on up there. That's it. Goodness, there's no competition there. You got you now this is in person. This is not online. So look at how learn how tea is made in Tour or Tea Factory. That's fun to do. $5 a person. That's a great option. And they probably give you some tea when you get there. So if you're creative and there's something you can do or do tours or do photo shoots, you got the market. There's nobody doing anything up there. I find that really hard to believe. That's kind of weird. Let me zoom down here. Okay, we got more in Orlando. See? Here's a wellness one because you can tell, no, that's not wellness. I don't see any wellness ones. It's all water. Oh, I just saw a girl cooking. Where'd she go? Oh, somehow I just ended up in Mexico. I'm like, pyramids. Oh. Let's go back into the United States. But that was pretty cool. I guess you can zoom into any area, huh? Wow. Like if we went into Mexico. Look at, you see? Look at that. That's so cool. You can start seeing the other locations. Awesomeness. I wonder where Costa Rica is. To Costa Rica. I would think that Costa Rica would have a bunch. If I was in Costa Rica, I would be doing some tours and jungle tours and waterfall tours and cacao ceremonies and yeah, hiking experiences. There we go, waterfalls and parks, making bread. So you do what you do best. If you're a good cook, then cook something. If you like tea ceremony, you do a tea ceremony. You can actually prepare them in advance and tell them all the ingredients that they need to get. That way they're cooking along with you. You know, there's somebody who does pad thai. I would like to do the pad thai class. There's other people that are doing cacao and meditation ceremonies. And those are all virtual. I'm going to show you how the virtual in a moment, but just wanted to show you that Daytona has nothing up there. So you got the market if you want to do something live. Maybe Jacksonville does. You got a few more up here. St. Augustine has a bunch. Dolphin tour, beer, kayak, boat, chocolate tour, not just a chocolate tour. All right, that would be fun. You take them on a dessert tour. Take them on a farmer's. I swear, you take them on a dessert tour, or the best. You know, if you're a foodie, you can take them to, like, in walking distance. You bring them to 5 restaurants. You make a deal with the owner and say, you know, I'd like to bring in some customers. Can you give us a deal? I'd be advertising for you in all my marketing. He'll say, yeah, it'll be $5 a person instead of 10. So you include that cost. So he makes a little money, and or you get your food item for free. So you got to think of the win-win, or you just walk in with 5 people and it kind of overwhelm the guy. But if you prepare him and let him know that you're bringing a certain group of people on a certain day and you're marketing him, that could be a win-win. Okay, because people want to come back and they'll say, you know what, I want to come back to this place. I really like what they had. Okay, so what else here? Architecture. Here's a cooking class, German cooking class with handmade pasta. Here's a walking tour, St. Augustine historic walking tour. You could do the same thing. I don't know if there's anything historic in your area. Here's a night of traditional Italian cuisine. What's so good about that? Learn how to create Italian pizza. Okay. It must be at a restaurant. Ideally, it's probably at someone's restaurant, which is a smart thing to do. Offer it when you're between lunch and dinner or on your closed hours. Ideally, not in their house. Where is this being held? Food. Her home kitchen. 6 reviews. Lacked the wow factor. Not good. Best experience. Suzanne, extremely welcoming. So you also take a look at the reviews. You know, if you look at something that you want to do, see what people say. And so you know what they're looking for. You know, they want to be educated. They want to be informed. They felt welcoming. They liked the history. They liked the insight. They felt she was knowledgeable, unique, and fun. So that's what you want them to talk about you if you cook something in your home. Don't forget you have coverage. You know, you're not going to have crazy people coming in, but just don't have any valuables out kind of thing. I didn't know that they allowed people to come in into the homes like this. You know, that's great. But the thing is that she has to cook it no matter what for $80 a person. So then book for private group. Let me see what her prices are. 4 guests, 190. Private group, don't want to fill that out. So say one person books for her. She's got to make a whole dinner for that one person. You know, so her, you know, really, she should at least have at least 4 people in order to be worth it, because it's her time. She's got to cook. Then she's also got to give them the 20%. So she's losing $16 on that. So she's now like 80, she's at 60, 66, say $65. And now she has her food costs and 2 hours of her time. How many hours? 90 minutes, an hour and a half. So she's giving in an hour and a half of her time and food costs for $65. So think about that if you have a food expense. Let's see what she's serving. So those are examples of pictures. They like nice, clear pictures. So like say, let's go to cooking. This person's doing island cooking probably at his restaurant, or let's see if he's doing it at his house. And then we're going to look up coaching and mindset stuff. And we're going to go into the online experiences. Backyard. Fort Lauderdale in her backyard. That sounds fun. $89 a person, 4 to 8 o'clock on Saturday. So she's only doing it one time a week. Good reviews. Wow, wow, wow. Great. I would like to do that. Okay. So now I want to, let's go online. So just giving you an idea, you can search on top based on the categories: cooking, food, food and drink, South Florida, United States. So let's go back here again, and let's now go into online experiences. So this also separates by what's new this week, team building, which I was telling you about, because I think you might have an opportunity to do some team building opportunities. Because you've worked with groups and you can help motivate and transform and teach mindset for sales and bring it all together. There's a way to do it. So let's go through this. These are the most popular around the world. This is great for team building. This little arrow go this way. This is fun for family. Scoop down, we got dates, group size, more filters. Now, this is categories, great for groups, family friendly, animals, arts and writing, baking, cooking, dance, drinks, entertainment. You see a little bit more categories here. Fitness, history, culture, magic, music, social impact, wellness, Olympian and Paralympians, and design for accessibilities. So that's your categories now when it comes to virtual. Got that? So most likely you're going to probably want to do under wellness. We'll come back to that in a second. We're also going to check great for team building for you. Now, what they started off is almost creating a travel agent experience where you can now book people and to help you plan your trip. So say you're going on a trip and you want to figure out how to get around Korea, you book this guy and they'll help set up your itinerary, which is quite cool. I think it's cool, even like if you want to be, I can help set up your trip to Daytona Beach. You only got 3 days here. I'll tell you, what parks to go to, what's just the best beaches, who has the best, deals for water sports, who has the best restaurants. So that's something for you to do if no one's offering anything for Daytona Beach. Bestsellers. Why are they bestsellers? Look at their reviews. Up on top, right next to their 4 stars, almost 5 stars. Chocolate origins create with a maker, 1,383 reviews. They liked watching him make chocolate. Sandwich masterclass, get out of here. Anybody can do that. This is great. Live virtual safari in South Africa. That would be fun to do, from 21 a person. So they're bringing you on the tour. That's freaking awesome. And there's more. So right now you just kind of go to the arrow to the right and you can see all the other ones that are bestsellers. Scavenger hunt, drink and draw, blind contour and art fun. Learn to make Argentine empanadas, guided meditation with the sleepy sheep. Get out of here. Here's building resilience with Scott Reardon. So he must be an athlete. So he's teaching something, meditation, how to be better something here. Solve mysteries, secrets of magic, talk less, sign more, murder mysteries, escape rooms. Who would think that people are into all that stuff? Mystery games. It's crazy. Here's ramen noodles, and there's a whole bunch of them. Those are the best sellers. These are the ones that are starting in 6 hours. Cooking class, dumpling class, tarot class. This sounds great. Fun giant panda time with nature guide. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 3 o'clock. So basically they're just walking around the panda zoo and having probably a GoPro on him, and he's showing everybody the pandas. And his goal is to get as many people in the room as possible and entertain them with whatever he's got. Like this girl is cooking. She sets the camera up, starts teaching them how to make something. Astrology workshop, both birth chart reading. Mexican salsa, pot stickers, cooking. A lot of cooking going on here. What else are you going to do? Here's for the weekend. Again, this is virtual. We have intuitive tarot readings, meet a real life shark scientist. That's cool. Cook Indian dishes, chat with the locals. That's interesting. But no one's booked. $0 per person. What? So when they're charging $0, that means that they're trying to get reviews. They're doing it for free in order to get reviews. So they're walking around town talking to people and they're not charging anything. This is kind of weird. Join us for our online session. Discover the tips, help you stay like Hiroshima. local cuisine. They're gonna walk around. Tell us about yourself and one guest, 8 to 8:30. He only has one, and he blocked out all the rest. So they're only doing one on the 18th only for 30 minutes, and they're not charging anything. Local volunteer group to help foreign tourists. Oh, no wonder why. Oh, look at this. They're tour guides. Okay, you do what you do best. That's so cool. Here's great for groups. If you can include your animal in anything that you do, people love things with animals. You put your dog there or your cat there. Making chocolate chip cookies, making origami together, murder mysteries, how to paint with red wine, a travel quiz with the travel writer, dance with your Jamaican, a boring Indian curry workshop, yoga, music for the hour. Again, these people are all over the world. They'll tell you where they're checking in from: India, Argentina, India, Indonesia, United States, Mexico. Wellness and happiness for teams. Okay. So she's doing some teamwork here. To be a successful team, you need to learn this effectively. Gratitude, goals, breathing, meditation, exercises, stretching, aromas. So she's giving a little class on how to stay balanced. She could do a private group starting at 2:39 for up to 100 people. And she's only doing it for 45 minutes. You see on the right side. She's doing it pretty much every couple of hours with the 1 hour in between. And she's doing private groups only. She's not bothering with individual. Okay, so she's going right for the groups. Private groups only. You have that choice. That's pretty cool. That's good. I didn't know they did that. Learn something new every month when I do these trainings. Her reviews, 45 reviews. Love the experience with my team. Bonding, great way to relax. Team enjoyed our session. So if anybody out there is listening and you want to start offering services to teams, this is what people are looking for. It. Everyone had takeaways, good well coordination. They learned about wellness and self-care into the team. Great team bonding. They learn new breathing and massage techniques to reconnect and ground themselves. I could teach this. It's another thing. Really, I need to offer more things and look at all her reviews. Okay, cool. So let's go back to groups and show you what happens also in wellness. So here's great for groups. There's 211 that are considered great for groups. So this is what you would research and see what other people or anyone doing anything similar to you, and don't recreate the wheel. Sometimes you just almost copy, cut, and paste their description and revise it. Okay, so see if they're popular and they got some good reviews, then you just don't recreate the wheel. They're doing something right. They either got good pictures, good entertainment quality, building mental resilience with an Olympian. Trivia night for friends. You got to be kidding. Relax, heal, and meditate with sound bowls. That's my category. I was just doing it Online? I thought she was doing it outside. $1.99 a group, private groups only. Yeah, I knew she was outside. Look, she live streams from it. Okay. Groups of 10 or more, and she's only doing groups only for $199, not $199. She's not wasting her time. She'll do a session for $199 for 45 minutes. Good idea. Okay. So that would be somebody, would be my competition. I would look at what her explanation is. I would also look at, her bio and how she explained herself. It's really important to talk, to your own horn a little bit. What made you do what you're doing, or why do you do it? Or, did you travel for it? Were you trained by somebody? Were you certified in it? Have you been studying it? Were you born with it? You've been learning from grandma your whole life. You've been trained by Tony Robbins. You're an author of a book. You've won awards. How long you've been doing it? So you have so many characters in your bio. So she has 95 reviews, and I wonder if she gives you anything. I don't think so, because this is online. You don't get a gift or anything. Okay, so that would be something that you would check out. So now what we're going to do is kind of go behind the scenes. On the top up right hand corner where that little face is, that's going to that's your I need to log in. Thought I was logged in. Okay. I got too many things open. Okay, so up on the top right, once you register with Airbnb, you'll see you have your image up on the top right hand corner. That's what the drop down menu. And here, when you left click it, you drop it down and you have messages, trips, wish list, manage listing, manage experiences, account, help, and log out. You're interested in manage experiences. That's what you are doing, an experience. Click on that. Now on the top right hand corner up on top, it says create an experience. See that right there? Let me block that out. Right up on top next to your face, create an experience. That's how you do that. I'll show you another way to do it. You click on that and it'll bring you to an empty form for the back. Okay, and I'll go through this in a second. Let me go back. That's one way to do it. The other way to do it, if you go to the top, you got up on the top of your dashboard, calendar, inbox, experiences, insights, and resources. You can also click on the experiences there as well. And then it says create a new idea right there. And you'll have the whole back end to play with. Okay, and this is where we start. And we would be going through all of this on the left-hand side, and on the right side is where we decide if we're going to do it in person or online. So I'm going to quickly show you my listing, and then we're going to get into this and show you how to do the back end. So let me go back here. Let me go back here. Oops, no, back here. You up on the top, if you say you started it, it would be save and exit. So I'm just going to click out of this because I didn't even start anything. Okay. So this is my experience right here. You can go to edit, view, pause, and delete. So this is my experience. If I want to go edit it, this is the whole back end that I can play with, and I'll show you it. And this is viewing the front end. You can also pause it and delete it. These are some that I played with. Like I set them up to show you guys how to do it. And these are just test ones. But we're going to play with mine right now. I'm going to show you the view, what it looks like from the outside. You saw the picture because you saw the listing, this one. Category is mindfulness, sound healing, wellness in South Florida. You're allowed 15 pictures and a video. Pictures have to be really good, really clear, and kind of describes what you're doing. Either you doing it, or your client doing it, or the instruments that you're using. If you don't have a video, you can send them pictures and they'll create a video for you. You can request it. And the pictures can stop you. It might take, sometimes that might not be what they're accepting, is your pictures are not clear. Keep in mind, these are old pictures. These are pictures I've had for like over 5 years. I just like pulled them up and they accepted the clarity. I'm not even in that location anymore. Some of these locations I haven't been at in years, but this will give you an example of what happens in the session. And close. And this is what they see. It's once in a lifetime, top rated host, 2 hours in English, flexible cancellation. Cancellation, there's 2 cancellation policies. One, they can cancel up to 24 hours before the start time, and other people want more time than that. So they give you 2 options for cancellation. On the right side, it tells you the prices and all the prices, the dates, and how many guests. I pretty much offer it every 2 hours. My first appointment today is at 3 o'clock. So as soon as I get done this, I'll be heading over to work. And I do have a 5 o'clock and a 3 o'clock available for 2 hours individually. If they want to do a private group, it's $400 for a private. So it's like they can put up to 4 people in there. So it comes out pretty, it's only $100 a person for 4 people. You can also give them a coupon, like a discount. Booking for work, I never, I don't know what that means, but I guess maybe work will pay for it. My services are for 7 years old and up, and this is for 4 people. So like say today they wanted to have a little Valentine's party, they could have booked me for $400. Let's go back. So say today they wanted to have an appointment with me at 5 o'clock. They click on that and they just choose how many guests they want or how many kids. So it's 155. Boom, boom, boom. Confirm and pay. And then they find out where I'm located. It's pretty simple for them to book. So let's go back again. This is my experience. What's going to happen? We're going to start and end. You're going to explore this essential oil bar. Shungite pyramids and crystals are going to be placed on your body. All your senses will be activated. Allow all the instruments to, bring you on a journey. Wonder if anybody's tried to get in the room at all, because I don't have the ability to see it. It's hard to see. Okay, so I listed all the things I'm certified in, all the things that I offer. What's included, I give them something, chocolate, something sweet or salty. I always have little stuff out that, that they can eat. If I have my Reiki water, I give them a bottle of the water. I don't have any right now. I also offer them, a crystal or a smudge stick or a Palo Santo. It only costs me a few dollars for any of these. So that's just an extra bonus. So when they walk in the door, I always give them some kind of beverage. So we start the experience with the beverage. And at the end, they get something, to ground them. And I also give them a gift to go. Telling them about the accessibility, because that's one of the questions, because I am in person. And I have to let them know, is the bathroom accessible? Is there stairs? Can someone on a wheelchair get in and out, and etc. And then here's my reviews. Been doing it since 2015. I have 79 reviews. And this is my little bio. I'll show you how many characters. It could be about maybe even like 900 or even 800 characters that you can use. Ideally, it's good for you to copy, cut, and paste your bio and then paste it in there. Have it ready. Don't do it in here. It takes too long. Go somewhere and just copy and paste it. They can communicate with you in advance. Say they wanted to send me a quick message and ask me something like, hey, I'm coming in on a Sunday. I don't see you have any appointments. Can you see me and my partner on a Sunday? So that's a request. They might also ask another question such as, I'm pregnant. Am I able to come have a sound healing session? Something like that. So they would ask you specific questions in advance before they book you. So at least you can have a little communication. Then it shows you where you're located, because that's exactly where I'm located. If you're meeting somebody like on a corner or on the beach in front of a location, you would specifically tell them where you're going to meet them. I'm going to meet you at this corner and this corner, blah, blah, blah. Ashley. She was, I just saw her last week. Sheri's a real deal. Do not hesitate to book a healing session with her. I've already seen many healers all over the years. She's by far the most powerful healer I've been to. I felt terrible before I went to see her. For days beforehand, my life was completely upside down. After the session with Sheri, and even now, days after when I'm writing this, I feel like a brand new being, like I was born again. Like I shed all the heaviness from within and without myself. I'm completely recalibrated. You will not be disappointed. Wow. Beautiful. And so something like that, what you do is you print screen and you do a screenshot of your review, and then you save that baby. And then we'll just call it Ashley Airbnb review. So it's a great way for you guys to repurpose. Here, Sheri was amazing. I'm a Reiki master channel myself. I had many sessions. This is one of the best healing experiences. So if you're on Airbnb and you're looking at this, you would be like jumping in your seat. If this is something you're looking for, healing, and you found someone who's like amazing and oh my God, these people cannot wait to come for a session. It makes me really feel so happy inside that to read these reviews. Not everybody leaves reviews. You know, they'll tell you how great you are. They'll even text me afterwards and tell me, but they didn't post it on here. But, you know, I always follow up with my clients and I know how they're doing. And they even come see me year after year. Sometimes they come at the same time every year to South Florida and they contact me every time they come back. So cool. Remember me? I was there last year. I'm like, yeah. So on the bottom, you can choose from the available dates, things to know. ID is required. 7 and over, similar experiences is what they're showing on the bottom, which is nothing, nobody. And then they tell you how many experiences with each category. So not a lot to choose from anymore. I don't know what's going on. This used to be so busy. So here's wellness, nightlife, surfing, entertainment, social impact. Okay. Any questions on this before we go to the behind the scenes?
I had one question about, so when you're putting up your experience, are you choosing the categories where it gets listed, or does Airbnb do that?
No, you do.
Okay. And can you choose more than one?
You get up to three.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We're going to do that right now.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm just going to pin that. Let's go into, let me do the back end. Let's go like I'm editing it. I'll quickly show you. So you have an idea what we'll do. So they're going to ask you, what are you going to do? What's your plans? Describe what makes your experience special. This is where you have 1,400 characters right here only. So you copy, cut, and paste something into what you're offering. Here, how long is your experience? It goes from anywhere from 1 hour all the way up to like 16 hours. So it can almost be like a retreat here, like almost a 2-day event. If you were going to do a retreat, that's pretty cool. Location type. This is where you have your options of categories. Mine's where it's being held. So you have up to 3 options, anything from art galleries, beer gardens, museums, pubs, zoos. So it starts with entertainment venues. You get 3 options, up to total of 3 options. Here's food venue, cooking schools, cafes, delicatessens. Now this is where you'd be meeting them. Okay. You don't have to do it in your home. You don't have to do it in your place of business. It's done anywhere. Library, campground, countryside, hot springs, garden, mountain, pool, river, trail, volcano, waterfront, waterfall, cemetery, temple, church, apartment, house, rooftop, garage, backyard, common area, shops. I'm under a shop because I'm a retail store, bookstore, boutique, everything, flea market. It gives you an idea of things that you can do as well. Not, either they're meeting them there because they're also maybe starting, experience there. Maybe they're meeting at the bookstore in order to explore the bookstore and then walk around, Or are you meeting them at the flea market and then going somewhere? Or are you meeting them at the farmer's market? Here we got gym, hair salons, workout studios, massage studios, sauna, beauty venue, tourist attraction, memorial site, tourist information center, monument, lighthouse, fountain. So I'm a historic site because my building is old. I'm also a wellness venue, and I'm also a shop. So you get 3 location types. That's location. Then you describe your location. Then we go into about you. This is where you can edit your name or edit your photo. And this has 850 characters, 850. So, I know you've been doing corporate for a long time, but you can say for over 25 years, you've been in the corporate business, helping with transformation and helping with transformation with sales teams. And you've now taken it online and you're going to help, blank, blank, blank. But the fact is, you're just not coming off the boat. You've been doing this a long time. You're coming with credibility. When you're doing something for a long time, there's something you get out of it, and there's a skill that you're doing. So think about how you're going to promote yourself, and it could be massaged. Now let's go to location. This is my location. You can drag and reposition the pin anywhere. Let me see if that's right. Yeah, that's about right there. Okay. Then we go what I'm going to provide. If it doesn't include any kind of motor vehicle or any engine, just click it does not include any of these activities. Does it provide any food? Are you going to give them any snacks if you're meeting them in person? Are you going to provide any beverages, tea, beer, wine, or tickets needed? Is there transportation needed? Is there any equipment needed, like a yoga mat or a towel or something like that? Ticket needed. I wonder, I've never seen that before. What's that mean? Event ticket, show ticket, entrance fee. Huh. That's cool. You could literally buy tickets in advance and do something with a group of people. That's awesome. What's transportation? Look at all these things that they can provide now. Awesome. All right. Okay. Next, what should the guests bring? Do they need to bring anything or just show up? Just show up. Any requirements from the guests? Is there a minimum age? Can parents bring kids under 2 years old? Is there any issues here? Is there mobility access, sensory access, communication access features? So these are things that you kind of talk about, because people with autism or ADD kind of need to know that there's a lot of noise in my experience, because I don't want them to be jarred or riddled or scared. So I kind of let them know that as well. They're going to ask you about accessibility for the bathrooms, if there's anything on property, if it's easily accessible, is it accessible parking lot, level ground? Now I can say we have an accessible parking lot. They literally just put in handicap spots. That wasn't, and I didn't have it available before. No stairs or steps. I'd say there's a ramp. Are they to code, meaning the width? Refrigerator. If anybody has to bring medication to store, I say, yes, I have a little refrigerator. Now, this is another question. What activities level should people expect? Light, moderate, strenuous, extreme. Now, keep in mind, this is for in-person. These are not questions that they're going to ask about this. So mine is light. There's no experience needed. Is there any skill level required? Beginner, intermediate, advanced, expert? A beginner is fine. Anything they need to know? Do they, now this is an option too, if you want them to verify their ID. You can check it off or not check it off. There was a while that I had it unchecked because some girl didn't want to book it if she had to show her ID, which is a little concerning why someone doesn't want to show their ID. I think everybody should show some kind of form of identification to be on this platform. And then I don't mind you coming into my place of business because we know a little bit something about you. And they do require usually so government form of ID, passport, driver's license, and they also check your social media. So that's under guest requirements. Then we have the title. Taking a while to get to the title. So what's the name of your experience? You have 60 characters. They've expanded on it. Used to be 40 characters like Twitter. So now I have 4 more letters if I want to add anything else. So I use keywords. You want to put something in there that's going to catch their attention and they go, yes, they don't have to think about it. Don't make up anything funny. Kind of give them exactly what you're giving them. Sound healing meditation, chakra balancing, revitalization. That's enough. Here they give you examples. Trail run through Jetsu Island, making pasta by hand with the grandmas. This is a problem. It won't let you click on, it won't let you go to any more examples. It doesn't move. But again, making pasta by hand with the grandmas. Okay, so be specific. Now here's photos. This is what this is where they're really picky. It has to represent the experience in a whole, including people engaging in the main activity. So the ultimate experience, you can edit that. Gallery photos, you have up to 15. You can also edit the word, the caption for each photo. Here I have an added caption on here. I can add this one. The belly bowl. And these are some old photos I uploaded that I'm not using now. Again, and then they'll tell you exactly about your requirements. You know, they'll walk you right through it. Tell your visual experience. Don't do anything with words on it. You know, they show you the yeses and nos, show different angles. So they have the check and no. So this is acceptable. This is not acceptable. They don't want, you know, the same person doing the same thing. They want to see different views, different angles. They don't like posed. They like more active. The right vertical, the right lighting, meaning no black and white like this one. No text is on it, no collages on it. They say they don't want like a bunch of collages. They want one image. Nothing blurry, stretched, or distorted. They want 480 by 720 pixels at 72 dots per inch. So they want it nice and clear, not too dark. So you can see the difference of yeses and nos of whether they accept it. And there are other requirements about alcohol and smoking photos, children in the pictures, no sexual pictures, animals can't be, you know, nothing being done to them wrong, must be relevant to the experience. And then they have some really great, you know, blogs. Easiest way to attract bookings, 10-point experience page checklist, promoting your experience. So these are really good to learn about optimizing your experience page. So keep in mind when you get started, you're going to have no reviews. So they give you an option that you could offer your experience at a really, really reduced price and offer it to specific people, meaning they get the link only at that price, like say your friends and family. You can even offer it for free to get your reviews. And you can also create a private setting. I'll show you how to do that next. Let's go back. Video. They're saying video experience with videos perform better. That's my video, 15-second video. Just click on that. It gives you a quick little tour of the room. I'm not even in that location anymore. But just kind of gives you an example of all the instruments and stuff. That's not my setup either. Okay, now we have general settings. General settings, and let's drag it down. Okay, now we're at the audience. Do you have a specific audience or is it for everyone? So if it's specific audience, it could be anything for like seniors, groups, non-drinkers, solo travels, families, disability, couples, corporate. I can do a whole different, I can copy and cut this experience and do it for a specific. Say I'll do it for groups only, and I'll do it for 4 or 5 people, and I have a certain price, and that will be that experience for groups only. I can do some experience for couples only and create a nice couple experience. So right now, mine is for anyone. You see, I clicked everyone. Anyone can join it. But if you have a specific one, you just want to do, solo travelers or disability, you click on that. Okay, so I have everybody. Language is what language you speak fluently. If you have another language, you would add it. You click on it. It has everything. I don't even know what it says. It has it in its own language. You just add it. Group size. How many is your maximum? 4. Private groups, 4. I can do 5. I could put 5 in there comfortably. But right now I'm just sticking with 4. General availability, what time you want it to start. You can start, it's all night long from 12:30 in the morning until 12 o'clock at night, okay? So mine starts at 1 o'clock. Some people, a lot of Airbnb want early. They want 11 o'clock, they want 9 o'clock because they want to do an experience and then go out for the day. I like to do it in the afternoon because I get a lot of night customers, of clients that come after work, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 7:30. So I don't want to be there all day. I do have some openings for 11 o'clock in the morning on certain days. Okay, booking settings. Cutoff time for your first guest. I cut it off 3 hours before. You can have anything that you have 1 week cutoff. I mean, I need to know a week in advance in order to plan, or you can do 1 day before, 6 days, 6 hours. I wanted to know before I went to sleep. And then I decided, you know what? Because the Airbnb keeps saying that people are last minute bookers and they like to book the day of. Like say they wake up and it's raining. They go, oh, we can't go on the water. What else can we do today? So they quickly come on here and there's only a few hour window and they're like, well, they're waking up at 9 o'clock, it's raining, they could still get an appointment with me by noon. Okay, so I'm waking up going, do I have any appointments? And boom, there's an appointment. I must get ready and get out of the house. So you have an option of, when you want to cut off. I'm giving myself 3 hours in case I'm out shopping, someone books, I can head over there. I used to do a week in advance, and it used to be eight hours in advance, and now it's 3 hours in advance. Here they suggest cutting off your cutoff time here 4 hour based on your activity and the time of day. This one we suggest your cutoff time 1 hour based on your activity and time of day. You can always change this later. So say somebody booked an appointment with you and you can accommodate up to 4 people. 3 other people can book with me for that time of day. It's not an individual. This is like I can literally put 4 people in my room, so they don't have me all by themselves. Anybody can book. And so I can block it off as well. I can make her a private session and nobody else can book it, for example. Here you can check off allow people to request days and times not listed. Okay, here's book team. If you have anybody helping you, if you have an assistant that's like, say you're a virtual assistant, they have the ability to come on here and do the appointments and work at your schedule. That's great because they've never had this before. This is brand new. That's awesome. And here's co-host, meaning you do it collaboratively with somebody. Either you're doing it together or they can do it in place of you. They help you can host it or manage it. Okay. And so that's pretty cool. I like this administrative stuff. They can respond to questions, they can send messages. Send message to all guests who've booked, even ones they're not hosting. How do you send messages to all guests? Okay, view calendar, manage dates and times. View calendar, manage dates and times. So I didn't check those off. I don't, that's a brand new thing, assistant, which is cool. Cancellation policy, this is two options. Can cancel up to 7 days before experience for a full refund, or within 24 hours of booking, as long as the booking is made more than 48 hours before start time. And the other one is guests can cancel until 24 hours before the experience for a full refund. I had a woman who canceled 40 minutes before. I wrote to her, you know, just checking on her, and she says, I just found out I'm an hour away. And I'm like, that's okay, I'll wait. I said, you know, unless you want to reschedule for later, like at 7 o'clock in a few hours when traffic is over, I'll do it tomorrow. And she goes, I can't do it tomorrow, I can do it at 9 o'clock tonight. I'm like, no, I'm not going to start my experience at 9 o'clock tonight. And she wanted her money back. And I said, no. I said, you know, I was already, you know, on my way to go see her. That's 2 hours of my time, and she's got to pay for my time. I could have been nice and gave her half of it or gave all of it, but I said, no, you know, because I just lost out and I didn't get refunded her money. And the next one is price settings. We're almost at the end. Guest pricing. This is where you choose how much you want to charge them, how much children are from 7 to 12. If you're going to do private groups, how much is your private group price? Is there access for disabilities? And show potential earnings. So I want to show you. So 2 people, if they book with me, that's $248. If I have 4 adults, I'm going to make $496. I have a group of 4 people on Friday. Wait, what day is it? Airbnb at 6 o'clock on Saturday. I have a group of people. So that's $500 in 2 hours. That makes my week. You know, I'll take a few of those any day. I don't get a lot of groups. I get a lot of couples. I get couples a lot. And then here, and also they ask you, do you give free admission to people that are caregivers or help people, you know, move around? And then here is discounts if you want to offer a group rate, if you want to offer early bird, if you want to offer new experience. If you're brand new, just coming out the door, you set up a specific offer to make it a lower price for the first 30 days. And that would be something you can offer. Early bird, group rate. When I first started, I did early bird. I offered 20% off because people would book me while they're booking their airfare and they're booking their hotel room. A lot of people wait a little bit last minute. So if they're really good planners, they'll get an additional 20% off in advance. And I took it off because 20% and 20%, I wasn't making a lot of money anymore. So I said, I got enough reviews. I don't need it. I got enough customers. I'm not going to reduce it more. Then I was like getting like $75 for 2 hours. I'm like, no, that's a little too cheap for me. Okay. So pretty much that is the whole setup of the whole back end. And what you do is you hit save and exit up on the top left where it says next to the Airbnb and experiences. We're pretty much done. All I'm just going to do is save and exit. And that's done. Now we're done there. I'm going to now show you a couple of more things. This is the calendar. I know I'm going fast. This is what they're seeing today. 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock still available to the public. I can still schedule another experience. It tells you the most popular is 11 o'clock to 3 o'clock is the most popular. Tells you online experiences come from different time zones, and these time zones are high in demand. So online experience guests come from different time zones, not in person. Show data. Let's see. Look at the days and times. Thursday, 11 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Interesting. Got it. I'd say I wanted to schedule another experience today. This is how you manage it. And I'll also show you like, here you see on Saturday, you can see there's 4 out of 4 booked for Saturday. The 0, 0, 0, 0, 0s. Here on the 8th, I did a booking. It's been a slow month. It'll show you your bookings. It should have a little dot in there. I don't know why you can't see it. So say I want, and then I've already cleared, like say I got something going on next Thursday. I cleared the whole day. I got something going on next Wednesday night. I cleared the whole evening. If I don't want to work on Sunday, I keep it empty because I'm doing a sound bath. I could work on the 26th. If I want to pick up extra money, I'll put in some time here on the 26th. Trying not to push myself. So say this is today. And so you go to schedule new experience. Just going to stretch this out. Let me see if I can stretch this out. Because it'll let you stretch it out. No, you're going to have to follow me on this. Okay, on the top, time, you get to choose your time. Let's say I'm going to do a 9 o'clock. Update. Next, click here, booking type. It automatically goes to private. I don't like that. It used to go to public. Now they give you these options. So mine would be public, visible to anybody. You can do private group, hidden from public. So this is the link you share with your friends if you want to get some reviews and you want some, experience. This private link is visible to the public, but it's a private group. So anyone can view it, but you're doing private groups only, not individual. Private, visible, public, individual, private group. Yeah, so public and private. Individual or group, anyone can see it. Anyone can see a private group. Okay, so say somebody booked a private group. It's visible to the public, but I don't understand that. See, I'm learning something new all the time, but make sure you hit public, then you update it. Now, price per adult, if you want to change it. This is what my price is, but you know what? There was one weekend, a holiday weekend, and I was getting a lot of calls and I raised my price. You can easily change your price and add an extra $20 as a holiday weekend. You can do whatever you want. And also change your group price. You can raise it or lower it right here. Maximum group size, you can upper and lower it. So like say a single girl called me and she wants a session. This is where I go in here and I change the group size. And I go from here, from 4 to 1, and then I save it. That means only one person can book that session with me and no one else will book. Okay, and then you hit update. So I'm going to go back to 4. So 4 people can book if like 3 other people can book if they book a session. They don't get me to themselves. So they try to encourage more than one person at an experience. I like private. Cutoff time, 3 hours, cutoff time, repeat scheduling. If you want to repeat it, you click on either do not repeat or drop down. Is it daily or is it weekly? Does it not repeat? Is it daily or weekly? Those are your options. And like, say if you wanted to, go ahead. I was like, I already have like, say March. I think I have March already done. Let's go to March calendar. See, I've already did repeat it. So I already repeated it and that way it's already filled out for March. And now I have to go in and edit it. Say I got something going on in March. I cannot do anything on the 11th. I can't do anything on the 12th. I just found out I'm doing something on Thursday. I got to knock this one out. Can't do this one. So this is how you cancel it. I have something going on. I cannot do this at all. You click on it. Drag it down and then remove from calendar. So is it one instance or all of the Thursdays at 5 o'clock? I'm saying no, just this instant. So you see, I already got this repeated at 5 o'clock from March until June 22nd. Like I picked like, say 16 weeks of, so boom, I'm going to remove this because I can't do anything that day. Anything else going on in March? Like say you have a doctor's appointment, you got to quickly come on here and edit it and take off that time slot. Let's see what's going on Okay. I'm missing some days here on Thursday. I thought I booked some more. What happened to all my appointments here? Am I doing anything? So that's when you kind of look at your calendar. Why am I missing some days on the 2nd? Women's conference. Well, there's a women's conference that day. Do I want to go to it? I might. I'm going to take these off for now. And I can always come back in and fill it. I'm just going to remove it from calendar so I can clear my day. Click on it. Remove from calendar. So there's a big conference on these 3 days. I can go to any of them, but I need some income. So at least I need to make some money here. I'll go to the conference on Saturday or Sunday. It's 3 whole days. Oh, Sunday, I already got my sound baths. So the only day I can go to the conference is Saturday or Friday. So I'm going to leave Saturday free. The 25th. How come I only have 2 appointments? What am I doing on the 25th? I have that day available now. I thought I didn't. So this is, I'm going to just add some more experiences. Watch. So I'm going to go to my next availability, which will be, let's do 3:30 update. Make sure it says public update. Nothing changes in all of this, and schedule. I'm going to add another one. I'm going to do 5:30. Make sure you go to PM, not AM. I've done that before. Public update. Schedule. And I can always add one more. I can do a 7:30. I can always go back in and remove any of them. But keep in mind, they could be planning their winter already because it's cold and they're already thinking about coming here in March and April, and they start looking at things to do. So if you have it already up there, it makes it easy for them. Make sure, again, always go to public, because I used to mess that up when they made some changes. I didn't know it was going to private, and I couldn't understand why there was no bookings for a while. I'm like, there's something wrong. So you see how it all says public. So I like to book every 2 hours. Again, 1 to 9 o'clock is my operating hours. That's why I start at 1 every 2 hours, 7 o'clock the last appointment. Here I offered at 11:30 in the morning on a Saturday. Can't do it on that weekend. I'm busy. Why am I not doing it on the 4th? I don't know. Oh, that's the day I want to go to the expo. Oh, why is this one still showing? I'm just going to do a refresh. If you do a refresh up there, then it'll clear it. Okay, it cleared it. Let's see if I have anything in April. I don't think I planned that far ahead. Let's see. I still got it. You see, remember I told you I repeated it. So that's where it went weekly or daily. So I pretty much went every week or every day. And that way you can fill up your whole calendar. So I need to still come in here and play with the weekend because you see I'm missing all of this. I can actually come in right now and do it every Saturday. Let's say this, I'm going to show you right now. We're going to do let's go to 3:30 update, public update. And now we're going to go to the repeat scheduling. So if it was only this day only, it would be do not repeat. It's good. But I'm going to do every week at Saturday at this time. Okay, watch this. Let me do a refresh. When did it give me my, it should have given me my other times. Hold on, let me check here what's going on. Let me check, let's do that again. Schedule an experience. It's going to be at 3:30 to 5:30, update it. Go to public, update it. Let's go to repeat every week. Update on a Saturday. Oh, okay. And repeat. This is what I messed up on. When you come here, this is where it says it's starting and stopping. So it's 1 week. This is where you edit and you go, how long? You literally can do it a whole year. I'm going to do it every Saturday at 3 o'clock for a year. Okay. So it will go boom right through your whole calendar and put that specific time. So that kind of saves you a lot of time. So right now I'm going to just go say 16 weeks. That will give me 4 months of Saturday at that time. Watch this. Boom. There goes 3:30. Boom, 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 boom. Straight across the board. You can even go to May and see that it's already done.
Sheri, thank you so much. I need to drop.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. If you have any questions, you can send me a message. You have my phone number, 786-419-1389. Oh, I didn't see that you had something. Okay. I hope this was helpful for you.
Very helpful. Thank you so much. I really
Okay.
appreciate it.
Good luck to you.
Thanks. Bye.
All right. Okay, guys, we're closing out. It's 1:30. I pretty much showed you how to add and edit and delete. And I'm just going to add one more on here. I'm going to add my 5:30, schedule another experience so I can be done. Let me go back to the month, though. I need to go back to... Let's go March 1st. Let's go to April. That's where I needed to add in the 5:30 and 7:30. I'm just going to finish that off and then close out the training. So let's add. So anyone watching, let's do 5:30, update, public group, update, repeat scheduling, repeat weekly, update, and every week on a Saturday. This is where you can choose every week on a Saturday. We canceled that. And how many weeks? Okay, so right now we're doing it every week on a Saturday at 5:30, and I'm going to extend it to 16 weeks at this time. And then you hit schedule. So there we go, 5:30. And I'm just going to do one more because this is a Saturday night. People like to come out late. So I'm going to do another experience at 7:30. Updates, booking type, public, updates, repeats, weekly, updates, every week on a Saturday. I'm going to do it for 16 weeks, updates, and hit schedule. Okay, so I got 5 appointments already booked for every Saturday in April because I don't got a lot going on and I'm too far ahead for me. I keep my Sundays free right now because I want to do something for me, or if I feel up to it, I'll jump in. But however, on the 1st and 3rd Sundays, I do a sound healing bath, and we got 5 Sundays in that month, so that's great. Okay, another thing for you guys to look at is your inbox. This is how you communicate with people in the back end here. They have automatic messaging. I can teach you guys how to set it up. It's like auto response. So after they book, they get this message. Hi, I wanted to make sure where you need to go. This is where I'm located. This is my directions. This is how you find me. And these are small things to do. And this is my phone number. Please call me. And I pray that they call me because Ashley, let's see, here's Ashley. I didn't have no communication with the girl until she showed up. There was no communication. This is my follow-up. So glad you came to my experience. This is the girl who canceled. This one expired. What's this one? Someone no longer has access to it. Tells you who's coming, tells you their name, Ruby Katz, and Ashley Grant. So, you know, I set up my whole calendar and then I come in and edit it. So like, say if I have my chiropractor, let's go to today. Got my chiropractor on the 17th. At what time? I don't know. Usually takes a while. I might have to edit out this 1 o'clock. I might not make it in time. So I would delete that. And I can either delete that or change this. Like say I can change this and then I can go in and change this and make this 2 o'clock. And then this one could be 3 o'clock, etc. So let me check, see, I'll check that afterwards. So this is my availability left. Okay. Dashboard. Just kind of gives you a view of all. You have ways to see it. Insights. This tells you how many people viewed you. I had 671 views. 2 guests have booked this month. 124. So this is when the person booked. Click on page views and you can, and it will show you how many people viewed it. 30 people, 34 people, 31, 35, 33, 11, 24, 18, 18, 18, 18. Pretty cool. 25 people. Yeah, a lot of people were looking yesterday. Too bad they didn't do it. They tell you where you need work. They say I have excellent connection, I have good insider access, good expertise. They claim, the guest said the prices were lower elsewhere. Yes, it could be. Structure or style. Hey, it is what it is. But this is pretty cool. And they also show you when you get your money, how much money is coming your way. Oh, resources is good. This is where you get like, you know, your blogs and stuff like that. Let me go back. Let me go back to where they tell you your money is. And then I'm going to get off. Go to where your face is. Go to the top right-hand corner. And you can go down to transaction history. And it'll tell you complete payouts, upcoming payouts, and gross earnings. So this is how much money I make after they keep their percentage. So I raise my price so I can make more money. And upcoming payout is 404. So this is a group of people that are coming in on Saturday. I'll make 404 bucks. And then I'll tell you how much you've made, whether it's, you know, month, or you can go back. I can go back to 2022. And I could January to December 2022. Oops. 222. And it'll tell you all the bookings that you had. You can export it. So this is like October 18, 22, 25, 26, 29. Quite busy October. See? May, April. May, I had a few. July, August, September, October. So that was 2022. Okay, and what else we have here? You don't want to deal with the reservations because you're not doing that. You're not doing that. Insights, I showed you the insights. I showed you the calendar. Your inbox. But make sure you are on, not reservations, that you're on experiences. You see, I'm on traveling. We need to go back to manage experiences. That's where we're at. And you also need to send them your driver's license or passport or some kind of ID. And that is part of your settings. That's in your settings section over here. Your personal information, your security, your payments and payouts, privacy, notification, taxes, travel, hosting tools, referral credit and coupons. So this is the other thing that you'll be dealing with. You need to provide all of this information, who your emergency contacts, your addresses, your government ID. All right. Back to the account. This is where you set up your payouts. You can even get donations and tips afterwards too, which just started, which is great. Here, payment method, add payment method. Mine's under PayPal. You manage your payments right here. Allow contributions, which is awesome. That's so cool. Donations, awesome. You can donate to crisis. I'm surprised. Usually they open up some rooms in some houses after a big tragedy like we just had in Turkey, like they did in Ukraine. People were paying people who had rooms even though they didn't have rooms. They were actually they were paying for the room even though there was no room. So people making money without having an Airbnb. It was a brilliant idea. Okay, so I think that's about it. If you can do this yourself, go for it. If you want me to look it over, little fee for you to work with me, whether you want to book me for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, a half hour, an hour. I can help you set it up, or I can do the setup for you. You pay me and I can do the whole thing for you at $3.99 instead of $5.99. And we got a business going. I do have a Google Doc form that I would send you, and you submit all the information to me, and I fill out your profile for you. Okay, and if those who paid for their video recording, this will be sent to you. If you paid for it for today's event and you didn't show up, I'm also going to make this video available for purchase on the booking site. So if you missed today's, you can still buy it for 20 bucks. Okay, so here's my cat. And this is Shay, and he likes to show up and show his face and get in the way. But people like animals when they come on. some reason. People start going ooh and ah and like seeing cats. All right, so that's about it. I'm gonna go back to the Airbnb. Again, how you did that is where up here on the top where it says any week, any get, just click on that with your mouse. It'll drop down and it says stays, experiences, online experiences. And that's where you start your, either you're gonna experience, online it, or you want to stay somewhere. Okay, I'm going to stop the video because I'm curious about what's popular right now around the world. And this is all virtual stuff. And again, look at the reviews. Start researching and see how you can do something similar. People like to do these murder mysteries and things like that. So research it. Don't expect yourself to do it very quickly, okay? It takes a little time. Don't get frustrated. Just follow the directions, follow the table of contents. Here's a drag queen doing bingo and boozy, a boozy drag queen bingo. Learn to analyze handwriting. I got to get Julian on here with his numerology. That would be fun. Analyze. I like that. It's a lot of things I want to do. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful and good luck to you. Again, I'm Sheri Kaplan, known as Revitalizer. Website is sherikaplan.com. You can also find all of my events at bit.ly/Sheri's events with the uppercase S, Sheri's events with the bit.ly link. I have a lot going on. I offer this once a month on the first Tuesday. If you can't make it, you can buy the recording. You can buy the old recording or the most newest recordings. Pretty much the same thing. I cover the same exact thing, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less based on who asks questions. All right. Have fun. Go share your passion. Go make some money. Have a little side hustle. And just make a list of all the great things you could do. If you love making tea, you can do a tea ceremony. You can have them make tea with you. You could do meditation. Sky's the limit. Have some fun. You can even include your family in it. So I'm going to stop the share. Oh, hello. Here's me and my cat. So that's about it. I am going to get ready because I have an experience in an hour for a couple. So happy Valentine's Day, everybody. And share your love.